Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos!
On this week's episode of the Velocity Chaos podcast, Luke and Nick revisit Head Transplants, muse about space junk, and contemplate some raw meat art. Luke validates the usefulness of Kevorkian parties.
But then you kind of get those people like, yeah, this is his third party. I don't think he's actually doing it. He just wants people to come over his party.
And Nick challenges the responsibility of Australian mothers. Yeah, I was like, okay, where are your girls right now? Do you know where they are? They're off at uni. Yeah, just doing the thing. I'm like, you know what they're probably doing?
The thing.
All that and more on episode 13 of the Velocity Chaos podcast.
And here we are on episode 13 of the Velocity Chaos podcast, coming at you most likely on April 11th. But we are here a little early on April the 9th because we got things to do. We're busy
Bad
people.
luck for everyone.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding.
Is the 9th a bad?
It's backwards day.
backwards day. The backwards day. I can say backwards. Just no.
Walk back.
Walk backwards.
I don't know. No, I was trying to say backwards.
Stratakovs.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's close.
You were ready for that one. You've done that before.
Now that the more I think about it, the harder it's going to get.
Yeah.
It's just instinct.
That was wow. That was off the cuff. Oh,
Thank
snap.
you. Speaking of off the cuff, I'm glad you brought this up. What did you do today?
I woke up and I ate some food.
Nice.
Breakfast. Today, definitely kind of my off day. So I just relaxed, chilled, got some groceries, hung out with the family.
Nice. You good stuff. Good.
That was it.
Kind of recuperating, resetting.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
I became a man today.
Whoa, big day.
Yeah,
Big day.
I changed the rotors and brakes on my car.
Nice. By yourself?
I had some help from the dad and brothers.
Good. No, that's
it's a learning
part of the initiation.
Bonding. Yeah, I've done it before, but I mean, it's been so long since I've done it. It was just it was. I felt good.
Nice
about it.
I've changed my tire before.
It's liberating.
I did that by myself.
Yeah,
because I had a flat in the parking lot. But I
How-
did it by myself. Worked. Stayed on. We're all good. I changed my windshield wiper fluid one time.
nice. Yeah, that's. I think that's out of all the fluids,
That's
one of the most
important
difficult and important fluids to change.
No, sweet man, that's good because I know that your car was riding a little bumpy there for a while.
Yeah, it's now it used to be like
Yeah. I was like, is something wrong?
no, it's good. But now it breaks like.
Ooh, that's a great sound.
It felt amazing getting off the freeway.
It's like you're driving a new car.
It's like yeah.
That's great. Buy a broken car.
Yeah, just fix
Buy
it.
a car with little brakes. Drive it around for a little while. Cuss at it, and then change your brakes, and you'll be all happy.
I'm happy now.
You're like, my life is better.
I can show you the world on my new brakes.
Yeah.
Speaking of surgery, I'm glad I brought that up because I did surgery
car
on my
surgery.
car.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's
Car surgery.
That's how I segue into this.
Yes, that was good. It's too smooth for me.
Yeah. So
Barely got it.
as Nick came over today, I was out of our thinking juice of Labatt Blue, unsolicited endorsement right there. It's actually that's been my go-to. Every time I've done like a creative writing session or done creative stuff, Labatt Blue is always there for me.
Labatt Blue, the storyteller's lubricant.
Yeah. Let's contact Canada about that.
That could be their new catchphrase.
The juice of the creative mind.
Any catchphrase with lubricant in it. That's the product I'm gonna buy. Just letting y'all know.
Yeah. So I won't say that. So anyways, Nick's coming up the stairs to my place, and he says, you know what we were supposed to do that we didn't do? is talk about head transplants.
Yes. Head transplants were something we promised everyone we would get a little bit more information on.
So in classic us fashion, instead of like doing research, or Nick kind of like after he figured this out, he like read everything up on it because he's like the information person here.
Don't put that on me, man.
we can both agree that you read a lot more than I.
Okay.
Even if it's
okay,
not
I'll do it. You don't have to beg.
So, me thinking that he probably might have read something. No, that's not us. Either way. So
no, I did read something.
So you did.
I read it. Yeah, I researched. I like knowing things.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah. No.
I don't like knowing things.
That's why I'm here. That's why this is happening.
Yeah.
So that you know more things, and I get to feel good because I'm sharing things.
And I appreciate that. And so yeah.
So here it is.
Classic,
so, yeah.
At least classic me fashion.
Oh, yeah.
We spent like the last 20 minutes going over articles to make you guys think that we know things, even though I just kind of cat's out of the bag right now. But
no, this is good. This is good. We want to come back into this and tell you guys what we found because we thought it was a really fun issue. It's not an issue. It's it's an occurrence. It's an event. So here we go. Talking about head transplants. First of all, just needed to point this out. The guy who's actually doing all this, Sergio Canavero.
Hey, Sergio, what are you doing with the head over there?
If you can't guess by our accents and our unseen hand gestures,
it's like what Chris D'Elia, I think he described it best. When you're doing an Italian accent, you gotta be like you're giving a tiny piece of cheese to a mouse.
Exactly. So we were handing out cheeses, 4 to 4 mice.
Yeah.
Sergio's an Italian guy, so that's why he's so crazy about this.
Yeah.
That's a huge assumption. But no, so this guy's been passionate about it, and he's openly admitted that he's motivated by solving or finding the key to immortality, and he thinks that he's going to do it through this procedure. So that's where this is coming from, everybody. Not somebody trying to recreate Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but just somebody who thinks that modern medicine can solve the natural course of the human body degenerating into a wrinkled mass of.
But I thought it was Frankenstein's monster, not necessarily Frankenstein that was created. Right. I think that's a common misconception.
That is a common misconception. I held it for a long time until I actually read the book. See what reading can do for you?
Still don't.
Nope.
You're not going to sell me on it.
Okay. Anyhow, Sergio Canavero, he's an Italian guy, and immortality thing. And so our biggest curiosity there, I mean, aside from the ethical questions that we'll get to in a second, was kind of how this works. How does this work technically? So the procedure, which is titled, what is it? Heaven.
This is one of the worst.
Yeah,
that is terrible. So they break it. I don't even know how. I forgot how it was. Like HE is for head. A is for something, and then VEN is for like venture.
Well, just pull up that video. That's what it was.
That's a good idea.
So anyhow, this heaven procedure.
You got these ideas. Oh, I'm gonna mute that here so we can read.
So it's really an interesting and pretty straightforward procedure, as you can imagine. Chopping off. Okay, here it is. Head anastomosis venture.
Yeah. So HE is the first one. They didn't even do like head extreme anastomosis. Very cool. Even more extreme. Nenture.
Yeah, they didn't. It could have just been have, right?
Yeah.
The have
heave.
The have process. The have procedure. The heave procedure.
Yeah.
The heave ho. The head adventure.
But it kind of I guess the way they did this. Maybe what if we look up the Italian word for live?
Yeah, check that out.
Vivere. No, that doesn't work.
Vivere. The viva. Viva. The viva process.
Viva.
That sounds a little.
I used to rule.
Yeah. The heaven procedure is where they're obviously going to chop the head off of one person and put it onto a healthy body of another person. And
when you say it like that, it's kind of barbaric.
it's pretty barbaric. So I should say harvest. No.
That's
that's way
use
better.
That word a lot.
That's way better. They remove the head from one body, and they do that by lowering the temperature around. Okay, so the head they're going to keep. They lower the temperature down to like 10, 15 degrees to preserve the cells.
Centigrade.
Is it centigrade?
It was, yeah.
It's got to be.
It was
He's
negative.
Italian. He's Italian. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Of course.
cold. Because I was going to say 10 to 15 degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
No,
that's you still get a little stink out of that one.
In Cleveland, we're just going to throw on a jacket.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little
Yeah.
chilly. I might want my coat. But
Exactly. So, yeah, so you freeze the head, then you remove it from the body. But this is the part that I thought was interesting. They remove it while the person is sitting up. You know what I'm saying?
it?
Yeah, he's not laying down.
What? That's messed up. I mean, they're the surgeons, not me.
Yeah, the technicians. Anyway, both bodies are sitting upright.
So I kind of think, you know how like samurais, they have like super precision, like they can like probably chop an arrow in half if it's shot at them.
Right.
So they get one really good samurai, and you say, I got two necks and heads right here. I need you to make the exact same cut on both of them at the exact same height.
Pretty much within 5 seconds.
Within 5 seconds. Because after that, we've got
60 minutes.
We got 60 minutes to do this. So we need a perfect cut, and I think you can do it.
That seems way more logical to me.
Height.
Instead, they're using this specifically designed diamond cutter.
Diamond Dallas Page is going to come in.
Oh, God. But no, so that's what I was thinking. It was either they were going to do the samurai thing or a laser, but they got some Geminotome.
I think he said Geminotome.
Geminotome.
Yeah.
That thing, and the way this looks, ladies and gentlemen, it looks kind of like a car snow brush to me. Like
without the brush part. But
do you
like,
do it slowly, like in a circle around the head, or is it like one smooth motion?
Where does the laser beam come out of? And
is that what it is?
No, I doubt it, but it
yeah.
should.
It should have a lot of LEDs and blinking lights. I would trick that thing out.
We need a lightsaber.
And it would have that sound effect. It was just that would
perfect. It like cauterizes the wound.
What if that's how it turned out? Like, what if like he was all serious? People bought into it. They gave him all the money he needed for it. Everyone's there prepared, and this guy's just like a lunatic. Like he's got. He's like in a Jedi cave. Like, oh my God.
Bring me Stanovich. What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
It's something. Spridnov?
Spritnikov. I don't know.
Spiridonov.
So anyway, there's two people standing upright, and then they take the cold body and the cold head. They put the cold head on the cold body with a crane, another custom object in the room.
Yeah.
And then they have an hour to reattach the head. So the biggest major medical obstacle is reattaching the spinal cord. Which has never been done before. They did this head transplant on a monkey in 1970, which we saw, and it survived, but it was paralyzed from the head down.
Yeah, it was quadriplegic. And they were saying like it could
got some really good health benefits after that.
Yeah, it could look around. It could it could hear.
Mm-hmm.
Probably it couldn't monkey talk. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe communicate. I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah, it was able to look around and follow objects. So
yeah, it was conscious.
It was successful.
It was quotation marks.
I was quoting
successful. So they've done that, but they have never attached a human spinal cord. That was almost, like you pointed out, 50 years ago. So I guess their method was to put some sort of like wax, like nanotech, like nano fiber waxy material over the two spines
and they're
stubs
fused together or something.
And then then the wax goes in, and then maybe it just melts away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was their plan right now. It was developed by some Canadian guy.
Canadian
so it's
guy.
definitely not going to work.
Like Rudolph, what was his name? Let's see. His name was in here somewhere.
It may or may not work, don't you know?
Oh, William Sakema.
Yeah.
May hold the linchpin for what could become the most brazen experiment in the history of medicine.
He's the linchpin man.
This guy right here.
Yeah,
He's probably got red hair, I'd imagine.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Snarly little mustache. Beard.
He looks like a worse looking Ed Sheeran. With glasses.
Yeah. If that's possible.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
But he creates great music. I can't deny that.
This guy or Ed Sheeran?
No, Ed Sheeran. Oh, yeah, who knows? I don't know what
William
Sakema does.
Sakema might also be like a closet musical genius. You never know.
He writes fusion music. Ha, 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 ha.
Ha!
Got it.
yeah. So that's what's happening. So the head goes on. They reattach it. They have the little waxy stuff. They stick the two spinal cords together. And then they said it was like 4 weeks of induced coma while the actual body healed itself.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the body's got to heal itself. It's got to not reject either or.
Yeah.
So the blood has to. And what they were saying is being a donor. It's like as long as you find a good donor, like say you were getting a liver transplant or a heart transplant. As long as you find a donor that would match for that, the rest of the body's going to match as well. So
right.
They just got to find a dead.
Oh, positive.
Yeah, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. All right.
I'm the universal donor.
I feel like if Sergey or whoever the guy is who's paying for the procedure, who's getting the head put on the body, he's like, "All right, do we have anybody? Do we have a body yet?" And we're like, "We got this guy from Cleveland, Ohio." And he's like, "Let me see a picture of him." No.
Nah, it's not my type.
Or he would. I mean, I'm trying not to make fun of this guy. He is a small little man in a wheelchair. When he saw your like 7-foot frame and your lanky arms, he might be like, "Yes,
I've always dreamed of being slightly above average height." Yeah, he would enjoy it, and I also I would also donate my hair as well.
Because he needs that as well. He's like, "Man, I'm really thankful for this body transplant, but you know what I really appreciate? The hair plugs."
It sets
oh man,
it's the cherry on top.
Literally,
figuratively, and literally. I don't know. I was gonna say regulatively, but that's not a word.
Write that down. Write it down. It could be a word.
It's not.
It could be our own word.
I know words.
It could be our own word
them.
though.
Regulatively.
Regulatively. Type it out.
I gotta sound it out, or a new band.
Regulatively. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for the.
Oh, I just thought of something
for the surgery. Yeah.
Well, I thought about it before, but I forgot to bring it back up.
Yeah.
The heaven, because he's trying to extend life.
Yeah.
It perfectly fits.
Yeah, the immortality thing.
Yeah.
Heaven immortality. That's probably what he's going for, and he knew he needed a cool name to sell it. Like sell the procedure to like people who are going to pay for it, but like he had to stretch pretty far for that.
Yeah, that.
Otherwise, it was heave, the heave procedure.
But they did so. They've been trying this though since like 1900 on dogs.
1908, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, in 50 years from a monkey, I think why not? Let's talk about the ethics real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Like, okay, yes.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part.
Should they or should they not? What do you think?
Oh,
what
yeah,
laws?
we're just going literal.
I mean, we'll get deeper, but just
I'm going to
value.
say yes.
Yes, it's no good.
No, yes, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Because the person who the body is coming from, they are picking brain dead people. So these people are, some people might already consider them dead, I guess, if they're not conscious. It's just the body is alive. That's a whole nother argument.
Yeah.
But in this case, the body is donated to science just like your body would be if you were in an accident.
But I'm not a donor.
Oh, so then it wouldn't be.
It's my stuff.
my
part.
body.
Unless you needed something and I was a donor. And
on your license
Nick.
it says donor, not donor, except for Nick Royak. If my friend is in the seat next to me and bleeding out and his liver is destroyed, okay.
Okay. Other than that, no.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your scalpels in their pouches. Yeah, I say yes.
Yeah. I wish I could disagree with that, but I'm kind of for just exploring stuff.
You want to disagree just for the sake of our podcast?
I almost did. But
yeah.
I still explore both sides of it either way. But yeah, no, you got, like, the guy wants to do it. Like, the paraplegic, whatever, in the wheelchair guy, like, if he says, hey, if you think you can get my head on another body, go for it. I'm going to die in X amount of years or anything anyway.
Yeah, and we talked about this too. If they do reconnect the head and he's alive and the body doesn't reject it, but the spinal cord never works, he didn't go up or down.
Yeah.
No change in status for this guy, Sergey.
Yeah.
It's not. It's Vladimir, right?
It's Valerie.
Is it really?
Yeah. Valery.
This just in. His name is actually one of the most popular 3 names in Russia. But it's not.
It's probably like Valery or something.
Valery.
Spiridonov.
Spiridonov.
So Spiri's
Spit in the knob is
yeah, so yeah,
Sorry.
even if they reject or whatever and he's still I don't know, maybe he does got some hand usage here.
Oh yeah, so he could be a complete but he's got what, like MS or Parkinson's?
I did not even.
So it's eventually going to take over his body and kill him anyway.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. But my ethical question, and I mentioned this in the last time we were talking about this. How do you identify the new person?
Mm-hmm. That was your big question.
Huge morality questions here. A lot of philosophers are saying it's the head.
Yeah.
That is the person because it's the consciousness. You pointed that out.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, a lot of people don't say it's the body, which that makes sense because what
it's percentage. They're just taking percentage.
But,
like you're taking the bet on House always wins, I guess.
But my big thing is, and I just thought of this, shouldn't it kind of be a new whole person? And here's why. They have new fingerprints. They have new fingerprints. They have new body type. They have probably new height.
Yeah.
You know?
New vocal cords.
What
does the voice sound like?
Could have a new voice depending on where they cut it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so once this kind of comes through and they get everything going, the guy's tap dancing Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
We get him on The Voice. And he's just going to be the greatest.
I always
sob
wanted
story
to
that
sing,
wins.
and I never had the chance.
Well, I wanted to sing and dance.
So I got a full body transplant, and now I'm here in the final round of The Voice, and my dreams are coming true.
And people are just going to have to vote for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. And when you see that giant-ass scar on his neck,
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, shit! Oh!
Put a scarf on. Wear an ascot.
If I hit the button, will you get off the stage?
Well, I just thought of something. We keep saying him. Oh, his body. What if his matching donor is a female?
Wow. See, morality questions.
What?
Oh, man.
Curveball.
Because, like, if this is the whole thing. Like, what if these people were saying, I am a man, I am a woman in a man's body.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just swap a doodle, and now you're a woman in a woman's body.
Yeah. What if you could change heads? Like say a woman wanted to be a man and a man wanted to be a woman. You're like, I like your body. And she's like, yeah, I like your body too.
So they just
Yeah.
so you have body swaps.
Body swaps.
Oh!
Yeah. Bam.
We're gonna have a whole show about this now.
Look at that.
There's wife swap. Now we got body swap.
Dude.
So for a whole weekend, we have Jerry, who's switching bodies with Gary. Body swap. Dun dun dun. Dun
Brought to you by
dun,
ABC. On the new ABC's newest comedy, Body Swap.
The wife is being interviewed, and it's just like, I don't want his body to go back.
Yeah. Carrie's body is just wonderful here.
Oh my gosh. Or you're like, it becomes it's a total accessory. It's like, oh dude, you want to go out this weekend? Yeah, bro. Let me just like jack up on my. Are we going out club? Are we going hiking? What should I do? And this guy just has a closet full of bodies. And they're just in these cyro tanks. They're just frozen bodies. And he just, oh shit. And he just like punches in the code. This blade comes out of nowhere. Just like, cha-ching. And he gets out. He just gets like football player body. He's like, we're going to play some flag? Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll meet you there in 20 minutes. Like, let me go home real quick, swap out bods, be there.
I need to know. You got to let me know 48 hours in advance so I can defrost it the proper way. It's like chicken that you have in the freezer. You got to put it in the fridge for 48 hours. Or it's like, yeah, we're going to go rock climbing. And then it comes to Friday, like we're about to leave. Yeah, actually, we're going to go, we're just going to head to go to the beach. So we don't need. Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, he's like so clumsy, like walking around. Massive calves. They like wanted him. They want him to go dancing, but he's like football player body. He's like dancing, like bobbing around the dance floor. Oh man, do you know how embarrassing this is? Oh my god, I will never live this down. God.
Oh man,
jeez.
Anywho,
all right.
Yeah, no, I think
so. We're gonna let this guy. We're gonna let this guy figure it out.
Yeah,
and then our business model is gonna kick in. Yeah. See that he wants all these billionaire investors to do that, like to pay for this, but we need to go talk to the billionaire investors. Be like, listen, make this first one happen. Make sure he's happy. Be cool. Make sure in the paperwork you got the rights to the patent on how to do it, and then
because we got a show for you,
vegetarian. No man, that was great. I keep that on down low. We're going to censor this part of our podcast. We don't even want to steal our business model.
This is copyrighted as of today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if this ever comes up, yeah.
We have proof.
We have proof.
We will sue you.
Yeah. We will see you. At the network.
Yeah.
Just give us royalties.
But my other thing that I was thinking, like, we were kind of like talking about this earlier, how like someone just like gets a broken arm or just like destroys an arm and they're just like, now I want a whole new body because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want a prosthetic arm. Like, I want a new body.
Just
like,
give me a fresh one.
So it's like, are we going to, like, start wasting human bodies?
It's going to be the new trash of the future.
Oh, God, we're just, like, throwing bodies out? Oh, God.
Here's another one. Bring out your dead.
Yeah, I mean, like 100 years from now, Jeffrey Dahmer would not have been a crazy man. He just would have been the janitor.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Delicious.
Oh.
And then you got Hannibal just like yeah, I'm sure. Or are there okay, this one's a little more outlandish, but what kind of animals like eating humans? I mean, if we're just throwing out the bodies, I mean, we could probably feed these.
Oh, cows.
Cows eat humans, but we eat cows. That's kind of. Do we get mad human disease?
Mad human disease. Well, I thought you were going into like, what if I want to be a lion man?
Oh, what?
You just put my head on a lion.
Put my head on a parakeet. It's a giant-headed parakeet.
You just keep like tipping over. Like
I should have picked a larger bird.
Eagle Luke, like, oh my God. Yeah.
Golden eagle.
Oh, man. Because then like, oh, wow, man.
Speaking of golden eagle, quick shout out to Sergio of the golf life. Sergio Garcia.
Yes. Congratulations. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Won the Masters today.
Yeah, he was like 73 professional tournaments without winning. I mean,
ooh. And he just goes out with a bang.
Sucks to suck.
I thought he was going to win it. Like the back nine, he hit into the woods twice.
Yeah.
I thought he was done.
Yeah, I caught up to the 17th hole.
Okay.
But yeah, he is. The hole before that, he fell behind and then caught back up on the 17th, and they
did he win it outright, or did
I think they
Rose,
had a playoff.
Did Rose? Oh, really? They had a playoff, so they tied it out. Sweet.
All right.
Shout out to Spain there.
Yeah. So anywho, back to these ethical discussions
dilemmas
that we're having. So I kind of like Dr. Kevorkian. I'm all for that as well.
Okay.
I'm kind of going into that vein.
But now, I mean, I think more people are accepting of that now, right? With these like clinics you can go to and
Can you?
gently. Are you talking about assisted suicide?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, assisted suicide.
So there's a place I could go?
They made a whole movie about it. There's wait a second.
No.
Intervention.
No.
On our podcast, I'm consoling you about your life. That's something I don't want to do.
Yeah, no.
So save it until after we're done here.
Then I could bring out the tears. No. Okay, so that's cool now.
Really, it can have. No, they do. They have clinics.
That's great
For people. They made a whole movie about this. Did you not know this?
I don't.
They made a whole romantic
I'm the
movie
worst
about
person.
it.
Like I don't read books. I don't watch movies.
Yeah, that's right.
I just.
How are you supposed to do a podcast on current events? If
that was your idea.
That's my job. That's my job. I bring you the current events.
And then just whatever's happening in my little world over here.
In your world. They collide. Kaboom.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
And we happen to have me with my head on a bird.
Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, they do that. Like you can go to the clinic. You give the people the button.
Yeah.
It's usually for like people whose quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
the one story, the movie I'm just gonna talk about spoiler alert, major spoiler alert for the movie.
It'd be better if you didn't tell the name of the movie.
Because then people will never know until they're watching it. And then they'll just be like, shit.
Damn, I knew the ending.
I already knew the ending this whole time.
There needs with these locations that I just found out about, there needs to be like a wait period. Like you say, I'm done with living. Okay, we'll give you a month to change your mind. Here, we'll set up appointment. And then you show up, we'll do it. If you don't, okay, we're not.
Well, this is how they work. They're usually really, really pleasant and nice.
Yeah, that's
Me Before You. That's what I thought this movie was. Sorry, I spoiled it. Me Before You.
Yeah.
This guy gets hit by a car at the beginning. Gets hit by a motorcycle.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I don't want to like really critique this because I know some people actually get involved in stuff like this by accident. He gets hit by a motorcycle and he becomes a paraplegic. And I'm just like, how do you get hit by it might have even been a moped. How do you get hit by a
It's like a pinpoint accuracy of damage, whereas a car.
At least that's how I remember it. It could have been
spread
a car.
out damage over
it could have been a car
area, but motorcycle.
I'm pretty sure it was a motorcycle. But anyhow, paraplegic, young guy, has his whole life ahead of him. Great job, blah blah blah. Meets this girl, kind of falls in love with her, but then he's still like, I want to end my life.
Yeah.
His parents are trying to talk him out of it.
I see you're suffering. I'm suffering.
Yeah.
I'm putting you through hell.
Yep. So he is like a young person, good mind, but completely paralyzed.
Okay.
And so he wants to end his life.
Yeah.
And he does. That was the spoiler alert, by the way. That was a spoiler.
Yeah. In the end,
he goes through with it.
Yeah.
So the thing is like he wasn't like an older person who was just like, I'm old and I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. I got pain in my thighs. Like, it's not like that. He was a young guy, but they still did it. But it was like in Switzerland, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to have to travel.
I want to get a little serious here. Anyone kind of even like in that vein of thought, I mean, just appreciate what you have in life. And I mean, there's things to live for. Maybe you don't see it, but hey.
Start with the little things.
Little things.
Be thankful for the little things.
Those around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Start with the little things. Be thankful. You can call us if you want.
Yeah.
Post on our Facebook page.
You know what we should do? We should buy a phone and then just have people call that phone, just leave voicemails.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. We'll work on that.
Well, just a pay like a little
some
pay per prepaid phone.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do it. Okay. We'll work on
Look for that number soon. Anyhow, yeah. So yep. But what were you saying about Kevorkian? Go back to Kevorkian.
Yeah. No, I think if someone wants to go, I mean,
but what are the conditions that they're allowed to go in?
Any. if you're just done, I think we just need to kind of thin the herd a little bit. If someone doesn't want to be part of the traffic, then
you're stockpiling for the new body company.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No,
Yes.
no, that's
Yes.
not what we're doing.
We're in cahoots.
No, that's not what we're doing.
No. But no, yeah. You can have your own funeral, like, hey, all right,
Party
say
at
bye.
my place.
Yeah. We're going to get wasted.
What if you had a great time and you change your
Yeah,
mind?
that can happen.
Okay, I see.
But
what you're doing.
then you kind of get those people like, yeah, this is his third party. I don't think he's actually doing it. He just wants people to come over for his party. And then people stop coming, and then he gets depressed, and then
that's
all right, that's
goes
it.
through with it.
Yeah. So if you have the party, you have to. That's the rule. No. Or it just leads you to be like.
Because what if he's there and he gets laid and he's like, "This is the
Yeah.
greatest thing ever."
Yeah.
Because some girls like pity bang.
Well, I
like-
want to be his last bang.
Oh man, that is kind of dark.
It is very
Kyle Wirtz, if you're listening to this, I know that this will wet your whistle.
Yeah, I love that thinking. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
No, I understand, man. The thinning of the population. Yeah, there needs to be an answer there. Maybe it's not your answer.
Maybe it's not. Probably
I
definitely
hope
not.
it's not really your answer, but
No.
there's got to be an answer there. But yeah. So
Speaking of garbage, I came across an article.
because garbage.
Oh,
was-
human body garbage.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
gotcha.
I think I brought it up before. Just human bodies are going to be the new garbage of the future.
I get where the segue's coming from, but I just need to lock it down.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
needed to
yeah.
know.
So I'm glad you brought up garbage. I came across this article. Race to destroy space garbage. So they got this little video here about garbage since like 1957 or something happening in space. And my question is, how is this garbage getting into space? And it's like saying like most of it's only like 4 inches big or whatever, but still like something the size of a paperclip can cause huge damage.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry about that. That was insanely gross and disgusting, as the same disgust as this garbage in space is.
Yeah, we're disgusted with this garbage.
I just had to
You
inject.
know what it is? There's some cricket player like in India who's just got this crazy arm, and he's just hurling shit up into the atmosphere.
Call him the Rocket.
Yeah. But he doesn't play because he's an underprivileged kid.
Yeah.
He's in the poor slums of India. No one's giving him a shot, but the guy can throw a rock into outer space.
into Earth's orbit.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
what's your space junk? How's it getting up there?
Yeah, how's it getting up there? One, and then I read further in the article how are we gonna clean it up too. But they said there have been 7,000 satellites launched into orbit. Only 1,500 are active, but in the next decade they're planning on or projecting to have 18,000.
What?
Yeah, that's a giant increase.
You know, I think probably 300 years from now, we will look back at the movie WALL-E and we will say that it was a prophecy
Yeah,
given by God to the filmmakers at Disney, and now it's happening for real. It's just like we have a little robot that saves all of our fat asses from being fat asses.
that was a tearjerker.
18,000?
18,000, straight up.
That's like we're gonna see meteor showers every night because they're just flying by.
Yeah, it's like we're not going to be able to see stuff if they're just going to be.
Why will there be
satellite.
18,000? Everyone's gonna have their own
Internets.
personal. Everyone's gonna have their own personal satellite. Like,
Yeah,
wait, is it just a boost?
it's just internet connectivity amongst
Really?
the world.
I think that, but who can monitor that? You know, it needs to be a coalition
Yeah.
of nations.
And isn't there? I thought there was a certain amount of space for internet.
You know, I think everyone should just make us the space lords. Like we should be the people in charge of
Yeah.
how many satellites.
Yeah,
We're in charge of the regulations in space. Make space its own country.
Wait, do you mean us or like the United States?
You and me.
Oh yeah, okay, that's.
I meant
that's
Nick
what I
and
thought
Luke.
you meant.
Nick and Luke.
Yeah.
We care about the environment in space.
Yeah, space garbage.
Care about the clutter
We're
in
gonna clean up
space.
sea garbage and
We're
space garbage.
We're running for space lords. We're gonna clean up this town. We're gonna clean up this space.
And you can count on us to clean up your space because it's all our space.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna run for space lords.
Space lords.
2070, because by that point we're gonna have 3 body transplants.
Yep.
We're gonna feel young and kicking.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have three generations of mental education in there. We're gonna know everything.
Should I freeze
Podcasts
my
are gonna
body?
be in our like millionth and second episode.
Yeah. Should I freeze my body for this? Am I preparing for the long run of 2070 when we're space lords? And,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna have our campaigns all pre-recorded, and then in 2070 we emerge and just
To a
accept-
winning election.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. They bring out like the 2 like freeze tubes to the platform podium, and everyone's cheering like, Space Lord, Space Lord. And it's just like, we now would like to present to you your co-Space Lords, Nick and Luke. Talk about an entrance.
Yeah. And then just the mist or
We're just
whatever.
like, oh, my head.
I got a pee so bad.
Oh, man. They're speaking some weird dialect of
Yeah.
English. We're like, what?
It's all clicks and
Yeah. What are you
Purrs.
talking about?
cats are now like
Illegal.
yeah. After taking over the internet, cats have now become illegal.
Like cat videos are like the heroine of like
What?
Yeah.
You gotta delete that cat video right now. You can't have that.
but dad scratch my neck.
And then people are traveling by lemurs, giant
Oh yeah,
lemurs.
giant lemur.
It's the world I always wanted.
Yeah. Well, and then they just like put us in a rocket and just shoot us out into outer space.
And then
And we're just like,
we're just like pitchfork, not pit, whatever, like picking up garbage with garbage bag in space, like
with those little fork
yeah, little stabby things.
like, just the 2 of us.
This is what we imagined, but I guess
Like an asteroid comes out, just like hits you on the head. It doesn't kill you, but you just gotta spinning away.
not what I imagined.
Yeah. Dude, that's great.
And that's how you become the soul space lord.
The soul space. That's why there's always 2 space lords.
Yeah. So just in case, you got to assassinate both of us, which we always have plans for us, either one of us, to get out. We both different separate escape routes.
Yeah. Space lords. This is great.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. So we got our bodies. I think.
The one thing that I want to tell you, because like we were
Yeah.
talking about chopping things up.
Okay.
We're
We're gonna chop it up to space.
yeah. No,
Garbage.
no. This is going back in the first thing. The one last thing I wanted to say was I had to bring this one up because I just think every week we should bring up an article from Australia because they're just handing us great stuff. Butcher puts nude woman in his display case for social experiment.
Nice.
So this is coming out of Australia. A local butcher in a little town put a full-grown woman in one of his meat display cases.
Like, is she like laid out? Like, paint me like one of your French women.
She's completely nude except for some nice garnishes that you can see here.
Okay.
Some
She's got
nice
some
garnishes.
nice cuts.
Yeah, but she's got some nice cuts, and then she's got all the markers laid out, like the little sections laid out. But this post has gotten a lot of feedback.
I mean, if you
stuff.
got to sell the meat, you got to sell the meat.
You gotta sell the meat. But what was my point with this? Oh, just that Australia does some funny stuff.
Yeah, they got like tons of meth.
Tons of meth, nude women in display cases.
So is that the same meat that they sell, or is it just like a separate display case?
Yeah, no. So like,
I want give me a half pound of ground beef right there.
I think they go to like grab the girl. They're like, no, the other ground meat. but but this is.
I didn't say roast beef.
Yeah. So that is exactly what a lot of people are angry about.
Yeah.
Is the objectification of women through that image. And the greatest thing is that a lot of these people are calling it disgusting. One person said, "Oh, you got something?"
Yeah, it was probably like a bunch of husbands going there at first. Like this has been like the last like 3 years. It's like this is a place like, all right, honey, I'm gonna go get some meats for us here, and then that's their place to hang out. And it's kind of like turned into
it's like
a
Hooters.
meat
It's
bar.
like the Hooters for the meat bar.
And then
This guy's gonna start like a butcher style bar.
Yeah.
The meat bar, and just women are. Jeez, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to that place.
But yeah, so I mean,
because your steaks are so bad. The sanitation of this, D.
The stakes are too high.
But look, some people are like, "Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, this is the objectification of women," and then one person actually is like, "Degradation of women and health and safety concerns."
But yeah, so this is how I got found out. Is like one guy's like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to the meat shop today, but I can't." And then the wife's like, "No, I'll go." And the guy's like, "No, you don't have to. No, so I'll just go tomorrow." And she's like, "No, I'll go. And then she ends up going there, and then she's all feminazi about it.
Cover. But the one other thing, I mean, this one girl is really funny. She was like, "So glad my girls would never do this, and why? Because I raised them right." So she doesn't even care about the butcher.
She doesn't even know that her daughter actually does it on Tuesdays.
And then it's really, I mean, there's a lot of comments on there. You can go read a lot of them. A lot of them get the blah, blah, blah.
That was very holier than thou that she just threw at us.
Yeah, I was like, okay, where are your girls right now? Do you know where they are? They're off at uni. Yeah, just doing the thing. I'm like, you know what they're probably doing?
The thing.
Because they're at uni.
Yeah.
But no, what do you think? So what do you think? Does it objectify women? Does it get across is it a good marketing strategy?
If it got him $1 more than it would have otherwise, yes, it is a good marketing strategy.
Because the photographer says it means whatever you want it to mean.
That's right. It's art.
It's art. So how can you? It could be a challenge. It could be a protest.
Yeah.
Why would you objectify women when you can buy my meat?
Maybe the butcher. Or maybe the butcher's a vegan, and he's saying, "Is everything just a piece of meat to you?" And then
he's a vegan and a feminist.
Yeah, and he has a veggie shop right around the corner.
All I'm gonna say is that if you find this photo, you'll know what I mean. The photo's not very flattering. To the meat, to the shop, it's like shot with a flash. Like the flash is on in it.
So you're saying we should get into that type of photography?
Hey, if this guy doesn't have to work too hard.
And I didn't mean that like naked meat ladies.
Oh, yeah.
I just meant like, should we start taking pictures of
with flash? With the flash on.
Like, that was a serious business question. Should we just start taking pictures for people?
Yeah, butcher shops especially.
Yeah, especially with full spread meat.
So leave us. Tell us what you guys think. Is this an objectification of women? Is this a smart advertising ploy? Is it a little bit of both?
Are they still going there after all this? Like, is he still doing it? Who knows? But because I mean,
how does the model feel?
Yeah, how the model, is she making good money, or is she just doing it because she likes to lay around for 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes in life you just want to lay around, and sometimes it's because. I mean, you don't have a body that will support you, so you got to find a new body for your head, and that body, you could do different things. I mean, sometimes you might want to hot swap your bodies and do fun things like sports games or athletics or dancing, but in life, you really got to go with what you got, and try not to leave too much garbage behind. And you got to think about the future, and every one of us has something that we need to do in life, and maybe not just one thing. Maybe it's many things. Maybe it's even just saying hello to that person that you don't say hello to, maybe it's maybe helping that old lady across the street, maybe brightening her day, and then she goes down to the grocery store, and then the bagger helps her with her stuff, and then she gives him an extra $5 for helping him, and then it's one of those things where they just, it keeps on ticking. A stone thrown in a pond creates an endless ripple, is how they say that. So, and the garbage thrown into space orbits indefinitely until space lords come and save everyone and clean up our space, because this is the space of the future that we need to exist in.
It's all about the space.
That's right. So,
but and if you just remember, if anyone's having a hard time out there, just remember that you're special. You're here for a reason, and we're here for you. Feel free, reach out. We'll be sure to respond. We wanna be there for you.
We do, and we appreciate you being here for us.
Yep.
And with that, we're gonna pull it off like a Band-Aid. Goodbye.
Goodbye.